The No Numbers Podcast.
We're live, man. Episode 11. Swoosh, you're on time as well. Well done.
So you got me again.
yeah. But we've got two guests today, Sandra and Gilly. Why don't you both say hi, introduce yourselves, and
hello. Hi, I'm DJ Sandra Murray. I know you guys through DJing. I don't know what else to really say.
Yeah, that's calm.
That's all. That's all.
My name's Gilly. Hello. I'm a musician from West London, and I know you through DJing.
Basically.
Right. Yeah. Trust. That's the connection, man. Music.
Music.
Yeah. Kennedy is in Barcelona, like sunning herself up and whatnot.
Lucky.
It was her birthday, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Living it up.
Yeah.
I wish.
Yeah, I bet she's not even gonna come back because of like lockdown and stuff, man.
Yeah, if I was her, I wouldn't come back.
Where, like, if you could choose like anywhere to go, where would you go? Like right now?
I'll be in Ghana right now. I'm not gonna lie.
Ghana
right now?
Yes.
Jeez.
Living until like further notice. I wouldn't even have a return ticket.
Yeah. Mad.
Yeah.
Mad. What about you?
Am I making money there? Because I really just want to make money.
Yeah, I hear that, man.
Somewhere hot. Just somewhere hot. Now, I don't care where it is. Just has to be somewhere hot.
Yeah.
All inclusive. 5-star hotel. You know. Good month. I'm fine. You understand?
No,
I'm good.
I hear that.
I like that.
I don't know. Truthfully, I can't really pick a place because I feel like life has just taken away all the options. You know that Black Mirror episode? Yeah, we got pick the thing. I'm not picking no more. Yeah. It's just happening.
Yeah, mad.
Wow.
Yeah, lockdown 2.0, man. What are you gonna do different this lockdown compared to like previous lockdowns?
I'm going to actually try exercise this time.
Yeah?
Yeah, because I said that last time and I didn't do any exercise. I just ate.
Yeah.
I'm with that one.
I hear that.
I'm with that one.
Thank you.
I'm with that one. Train a bit more because I don't go anywhere anyway, so it's nothing new to me. I like my house so much. It's just less people want to come around. That's all.
Yeah. What about you, man?
I think I mean I'm definitely in the same boat with the training thing. I think you might get a body transformation out of me.
He's gonna be mine.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to do.
I'm gonna come out with 30-day boom.
Yeah.
Buy this fitness plan.
You're gonna diversify, yeah?
He's
Like,
gonna have a before and after, boy.
Yeah. That's what we're doing, man.
Straight up.
Them side by side pictures.
Yeah.
One of them he's not smiling, the other one he's really smiling.
yeah.
No, I'm gonna Photoshop my teeth and that.
Straight up.
You want your teeth whitened too?
Yeah,
do
I'ma
it.
do that.
Do it.
Yeah, I hear that. What would you say is like from the last lockdown, yeah, like a lesson that you're not gonna do the same thing as like last time. Like for me, like I know you're saying like training, yeah. For me, I'm not gonna eat as much like chocolate and sweets and stuff, like 'cause, yeah.
Same.
I came out of lockdown looking like a different person, man.
Fact.
Like not even in a good way. That
But I might be comfort eating, you know. You might have a lonely day, you know. You might have a lonely day, obviously. I ain't got no partner, so just living alone, just like, maybe a chocolate would do. Chocolate would do me fine.
yeah.
I think for me, that diet was never the issue or training, but mindset definitely was, because I had this idea in my mind that after 6 months, everything is gonna be back to normal. So I approached everything that way, and I had a lot of energy, and eventually, like, I crashed.
Depleted.
Yeah.
The way he was going on in like mix after mix after mix, I was just like what's this guy? I need something what he's on, man. Like, 'cause,
It's like I'm on some medicine, but now, like, obviously I burnt myself out, and then I realized it was a mindset thing. It's like, actually, let me just prioritize happiness and being happy, because sometimes, like, I need to do this, I need to make money, I need to do this, or this is coming. And the disappointment of when that doesn't come, and that is so bruising, and then like you will have lows inevitably, but try like.
That's why I eat chocolate.
Make things steady.
Makes me happy. Makes me happy.
Carrot cake for me. Sorry.
Yeah.
yeah.
Icing or without icing or without.
I don't mind the expensive one, the £5 ones with all that.
With the dazzle.
But you know what? Carrot cake bangs.
Nuts in it and everything.
Nando's carrot cake. Have you had Nando's carrot cake before?
Nah, I've had the cheesecake though.
I didn't even go that far.
Cheesecake was good.
You have desserts
That's
like
salted
that?
caramel. No, someone put me onto that. I had to try it.
Oh, okay. I don't even. Once I finish my food, that is it. I'm ready to
get the
go.
salted caramel cheesecake from Nando's, it will change your life.
Nice.
You will never regret it.
Get the carrot cake as well. Get two.
I'm going to try the carrot cake.
trust
Well,
me.
after lockdown, I guess, guys.
Open it for takeaway, innit? Get your takeaway,
No,
man.
get it delivered.
Yeah, Deliveroo, or Uber Eats or whatever. Yeah,
We've still got time.
It's worth
Wednesday,
it.
Thursday.
You're right. You're
No,
right.
Rona's not going to be
No,
around.
so it's I thought
Apparently.
Thursday is when it actually starts.
Yeah.
I think
Thursday.
Thursday.
So just
yeah.
tomorrow.
So tomorrow's the last night out. Are we going out?
Nah, babe.
No.
You sure?
I'm going out to eat. Hopefully, I'm gonna find somewhere to
What,
eat.
Nando's?
Whatever,
Dixie chicken or
whatever I could do.
Morley's.
No, but those chicken shops, they're not closing.
No,
they
no.
didn't close the whole time.
They're probably caking it, man. Them man, they're like,
they didn't close. It's the big restaurants that closed.
Yeah.
yeah.
No manners.
Do you think it'll be 4 weeks or do you think it'll be longer?
I think it's going to be longer. I think they're doing what you have that expectation of the month,
I'm
then
gonna stick to what I told people already. We're not DJing for 5 years.
5 years.
Wow.
5 years.
Yeah.
Is that what you're rocking with?
I've written off next year.
Yeah.
He said, he tweeted last week he's going to quit. He's going to retire DJ from DJing.
Yeah.
You're done.
However, in order for me to see through that statement, I have to pivot correctly into my new career.
What, as the
What were you
30-day
talking about
fitness
earlier
plan?
on?
Wait, what is this new career? Or is it a secret?
It's a secret at the moment, but yeah, I'm pivoting.
We were talking about one before
is
they
it-
came in. Don't act up. I know what we're talking about.
It sounds like he's going to be a superhero.
Yeah, sure. This is what I went to open the
I
doors.
cannot
man.
tell you.
OnlyFans.
Yeah. OnlyFans.
Yeah, London baddies.
I was like, what?
Swinging his Johnson for the camera like helicopter.
Oh, yeah.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
Nah, man. But yeah, I feel like the reason why that statement came about anyway is just like you just can't get yourself too caught up in this is gonna happen, that's gonna happen. So just setting yourself realistic and achievable goals and making those happen, and then obviously the small W's are gonna add up. But if I set this big goal that gonna be doing this party and this and then man's just gonna be disappointed. Man went and did a brunch and I was just wasn't what I wanted.
Did you
like,
eat?
Yeah.
Did you get a brunch?
Yeah, like everything was sick, everything turned out and stuff, but people sitting down at tables,
Yeah.
you know, like wake me up when that's all over, innit?
Yeah.
Shoulder shuffling.
It's been different, but
Different life.
yeah. But I don't think it's gonna be just 4 weeks. I think it'll be longer. But I don't think it'll be past Christmas.
Yeah.
I think they'll do all of this and then give us like 2 weeks before
Yeah.
Christmas.
So that
to
people can
shop
spend money in
and
it.
do all of that stuff, and then
Burn our
yeah,
stride.
like-
Winter doesn't end in December. It ends like what, Feb? Like the
Yeah.
season and stuff. So if it's bad now, it's still gonna be bad. January.
Is it bad now though? Is it
Feb.
really
We're
bad?
not really tracking things accurately scientifically, but word on the curb is there may be a vaccine.
I'm
Are
not
you gonna
taking
take
that. No way. No way.
Jaws works, boy.
That-
Jaws got me.
Why
I
wouldn't-
watched I Am Legend, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, but they took something and then everybody started turning mad.
So what are you gonna like? Are you like forever not taking it, or
I'm not taking
or just
it.
like
I need to
you're gonna see the
what, I
like
need
how
to
it
see
impacts
what's
on?
going on first.
Yeah,
Do you know?
yeah.
I'm one of them ones. I'm like, you try it first. And
You know, in
then-
China they're selling it already.
The thing is, China's gone back to normal.
Yeah,
and
it's
they
mad.
had it the worst
Wuhan
more
looks
than
good
anyone.
now.
So how they're going back to normal and we still are not
Yeah.
going back to? I don't get
Or do you
it.
think
but
that's to do with like the way that this country's managed it then, or
probably? But I heard that they were spraying like disinfectant on the streets.
they were in China?
Yeah, like you know the way that you water plants.
Oh, yeah.
They were
Oh.
just walking down the street, like
I
spraying
swear.
everything. Yeah, so there you
Well, yeah,
go.
it must have worked then.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Truth is, it's been a disaster how this country's managed it. Never really had a real lockdown. When it was first announced, everyone went to buy toilet roll and
And
whatnot.
pasta.
Yeah.
Yeah, things was going on, but
And
do you
now
know
it's like the last ride. So,
I think that we should all get together and sue.
Or
Because
sue
to-
the
class
yeah,
action.
government.
no, because to be honest, they're supposed to protect us from these things. That's part of the contract.
Yeah.
But you know what's mad though? Like, I mean, I know there's like a few years before another election, but what's mad is that people's memories like short. Like, the same government will probably get elected again. Like, I mean, I'm not trying to get into politics and stuff.
it's a one-party state anyway. There's no Labour Party anyway. What is it like? There's no competition, you know. There's no one for us to vote for right now, you know. So yeah, by default, the Tory Party will probably still be in power, you know. So
It is what it is, man.
yeah, it is what it is.
But yeah, I just know I'm getting out of the country, man. Like, God, yeah. You're welcome to join me, but
Boy, I got to work, man. Got to teach these kids.
yeah, no, I hear that, man.
Long.
Yeah. And obviously you do. Let's talk about a bit about music and stuff.
Okay.
Like we'll talk about your stuff in a bit. Like there's been a few like new projects that have dropped out, like Wizkid, Dizzy Rascal.
Yeah.
Who else has dropped new stuff that you've been
SL, different dude.
Yeah.
Shay Lingo dropped an
Shay
album as
Lingo.
well.
Yeah.
That was hard.
Yeah.
It's hard.
What do you
T.Y. Dollar Sign as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
Hard
project's
album.
hard, man.
That's
Trey Songz as well.
Yeah.
Trey Songz of the album. I think he's back. That album.
Is this mature Trey Songz or is this?
I think it's mature. No. It's mature Trey Songz. It ain't crying no more. He ain't crying no more. He ain't whining for me no more.
Yeah.
Like the first two to three albums. Yeah, his last album like Ready. Yeah, and anything between then a blur for me. Do you understand? 'Cause I just think you just whining for me like every minute crying.
But you know as well, like I feel like because he's all like loved up in it. He's all like wife and I think he got a kid and that.
Yeah. The child. I think the child gave him the.
Yeah. Because before that, like the Trey songs that I remember when I was in uni was like Panty Dropping and all of them sort of things. Yeah.
That's all I had in my mind. Invented sex and then that's it.
Come on, you understand? And after that, he was whining and crying, man, begging. But that's what R&B is missing. People ain't begging no more.
It's true.
People ain't begging no more.
Everything is just
Jodeci, they're begging.
Sounds changed though.
Yeah.
Over time. There's still a lot of great R&B.
You feel so, or do you feel like it does a full circle?
I feel like if you're a fan of R&B, you go out there, you look for the music, you look for the right DJs that are playing the music.
It's true.
And there is a lot of great R&B. UK is rich for R&B talent.
Definitely.
Definitely,
as
100%.
well. The fact is not celebrated enough. Obviously, people keep talking about that, but go out there, attend the shows, buy the music. Like with anything, it will reach a certain point. So, say for example, you just mentioned Shay Lingo. I heard this guy like 10 years ago.
Yeah,
but it's
yeah.
like now it's he's finally in that kind
Kick
of
the door,
Right place, right
mainstream
time as well
lane.
and
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah,
All
he's
about
worked hard, man.
all about timing. Yeah, hard work, perseverance, and never giving up.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. I think there's always been. I don't think there's been a part where R&B has just stopped being good.
No, of course
I just
not.
think it's just what's
just
being pushed into.
Yeah. When a big genre comes, they just give it all to that genre and they make it all popular. Next minute now, that's pop. Do you understand? And they just drag away from R&B a bit more. Do you understand? And then with the melodic sounds and all those things that where the rappers these days are singing as well, it kind of draws it away from R&B because they're that's alternative. I like that sound. Okay, that's melodic. Yeah, that's great.
I think there are quite a few reasons why UK R&B hasn't popped off the way it should. I think one, overall globally, nobody's trying to we're from a generation now where it's like basically who can care less.
Yeah.
It's a competition of who can
Take
care
it or
less.
leave it.
Yeah.
Take it or leave
So
it.
the man them don't want to show the feelings. The girl don't want to show their feelings. We're in that generation where nobody's begging, and Jodeci was saying they'll cry for you.
Yeah.
Nobody's
In leather.
saying they'll cry for you. Now, do you know what I
On
mean?
the side of leather.
I think that's one reason. That's a global thing. But I think also, there's kind of a disconnect. This is just me. It might not be other people's opinions. But I think that the UK now, when it comes to rapping, we're rapping in our own accent.
Yes.
Yeah.
But with singing, we're still singing in American accent. So that there's also that disconnect. I don't know if you can sing in an English accent. Maybe
With
somebody...
Might sound like Mary Poppins or
I
something.
don't know if it will work. But I think that's what it is. I think
Interesting.
because we rap in our own accents, it's relatable.
I think I agree with
because
that.
we sing, people just think it's an American thing. Or, why would I listen to her when I've got LMA? Well, I know LMA's from here, but she's big in America. Do you know what I mean? So I think there's that sort of disconnect. I don't know how we'll fix that, but that's my take on it. I think it's just...
I agree with that because as soon as singers start coming out over here for R&B and they start singing in their own of our accents, our native tongue, should we say, but not our native tongue, but the Queen's language, it goes straight to pop. Do you understand? It was like Lily Allen's a prime example. I'm not saying she started on R&B, but she does have a soulful voice. Do you understand? As soon as she started coming out, pop. Do you understand? Or rock. Do you understand? Amy Winehouse a prime example too. Do you understand? Her voice is like River.
Put her in pop.
Do you understand? Try to dash her in pop.
I think the solutions are a little bit more straightforward. Maybe we just put more investment and have the same platforms and resources that we've given UK rap. Put that in.
Yeah, I agree, man.
Because I feel a lot of people sleeping on Angel. A lot of people are sleeping on
Angel
Shaka.
Green slept on
He's
for a
had-
time.
He's had loads
Shaka
of
as
He
well.
success.
should be
Jeez.
so famous, yeah. I think, and who else has slept on? Hailey. He slept on. Obviously,
Yeah,
I know he's
Hailey,
part
yeah,
of-
Hailey, yeah,
Hailey,
yeah.
I think also, I know obviously he's part of Western, but just him on his own,
Yeah.
he
He's
has got one of
incredible.
the best voices out of the UK in decades.
Yeah.
And
And the accent just adds that little bit
Yeah.
of sauce to
Yeah.
it as well. But yeah, I agree. Like Shaka is someone.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
Shaka
Shaka's
as well.
sick.
and he can produce as well.
Yeah,
like,
Shaka is
he's
sick.
hard.
Both of them can. Angel can.
Yeah.
Shaka can. And it's
Yeah.
just like, I feel like it's because they're not conforming, and I don't think they should.
It's always funny when they drop like a record that crosses over.
Yeah.
And it's like they've had to do that to get
Yeah.
recognition. Sort of.
Yeah,
Like,
and then when they go back to their,
yeah.
that's not selling more. We love this though. So we love this.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah, but I agree though. Like, I feel like if there was a platform like, you know, like you've got for like your rap music or whatever for R&B, and it was the go-to place where everyone was like, because you get specialist shows on radio or whatever. You might get like little 2-hour thing here or there.
Yeah.
But if there was like a dedicated platform and people knew, okay, boom, like as an R&B artist, if I want people that love R&B,
go this place.
yeah, I need to put my stuff out on
Yeah.
here.
Have to give to this person.
Because at the end of the day, like everything from whether it's radio playlists or Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, whatever it is, like the curators and stuff.
Yeah,
there's only so much, and they're funneling
Yeah.
stuff to us. Whereas like the independent artists and whatnot that are making music, I think like a platform, like I don't know, what would you call it? Like if there was like an R&B like video platform, and we can try to create something, make a little buck as well. That could be the pivot, like the
That would be
lockdown
so
pivot.
sick, though. That would be so sick. I'll definitely keep up to date with
Is it
that.
Tiana Major Nine's a UK artist?
Yes.
Very slept on as well.
Yeah, very,
Yeah.
very.
She's amazing.
She's done well.
Yeah.
Definitely.
She
Man.
works close with Hailey and Casa as well. Casa's Hailey's older brother as well. He does more of the producing for her as well. As well as help songwrite with her as well. So it's like everyone was saying is in close vicinity of each other, but it's just like, when is it just gonna take off for them?
Yeah.
But as you said, you're right. It just needs to be put there.
Yeah.
I don't know. Call it RNG, rhythm and gangster.
RNG.
Because some people don't like compromising because they don't want to see us being soft in it. Do you understand?
But I think if you don't have the capacity to be soft, then R&B is not for you.
But if I'm
If you
singing
can't
my
do it-
life away though.
If you can't do it, then just
Because
fight.
like
It's not
even
for you.
TQ like TQ was, you know, he had his thing
oh my God,
on his
I forgot
side,
about
but then
him.
he's talking about Bye Bye Baby and all that. So
Yeah.
you know, yeah, like it can happen. Like yeah.
Yeah. Even what's that guy's name? Donald Jones.
Yeah.
His if you listen to some of his lyrics, they're not nice. But it's like This Love. That song.
This love.
That song.
This love.
Mate, he was like, it's
This
literally
love.
he wants a situationship, but he's
Yeah,
singing
yeah.
it so nicely, yeah. So you can just sing things nicely, even if
Or he's talking
That's what
about
I'm
he wanted
saying,
to cheat. Remember?
Yeah.
There was
Yeah,
that on there.
exactly.
Even when it's like it's
Cheating.
3:15, what's it going to be? It's like, are we getting to
Yeah,
it?
are we doing this or not?
Yeah.
you can sing your.
I do actually have a question. Has he dropped more than one album?
I don't know. I'm not really following him.
He's only got one album, isn't it?
See what I mean about you?
I don't know. To
I know it's one of them DJ geeky questions. Like,
No,
this guy's only got one album, innit?
You know what it is? Because
Maybe he's like a Lauryn Hill.
I'm gonna answer that question for you now.
we weren't searching for
Timeless.
Donald Jones
One
like
album,
that.
but-
That one album, I
That
got the
one
CD at
album,
home.
yeah.
It's grey and black.
But we weren't searching for him like that. We
He's
was more
mad.
Jodeci, H-Town. We was in them kind of vibes there. You
Yeah.
understand?
But Donald Jones had some bangers though. Like
No, he did have
The
some
whole album's a
bangers, yeah.
masterpiece, to be fair.
let
He
me
had
see how
some
many.
bangers.
Let's see his disc. Oh wait, he's not even. Right, his albums ain't even on.
Sweetie dee 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 dee.
He's on Spotify.
It's not on Spotify, you know.
I love me like you, baby.
Why is he in the notes? And
they got his master
Oh
on that.
no.
Oh, that's so funny, mate.
And like John B. Like,
Oh, see him, you know.
You're like bringing
Oh,
back
see
memories.
John B, you know.
These people, I
No, but
just
then,
haven't heard of them
but
in a
then
while.
again, it's the whole concept because we're from that era where 90s would never die for me, innit? Do you understand? Like,
Yeah.
that is just
don't listen to
what people say. Damn, now, value. Sorry, that
My guys.
The worst part is I had that album, Cool and Relax. That's what it was called, you know? And all of them had that album and they're all just like this.
Yeah, if you didn't have the pose, then it wasn't real.
You understand?
You had
On
to,
some rug or something.
You had to be on the rug.
on the rug.
You understand?
Shirtless.
With the shirtless and the boot
Open up,
cuts. Like,
open up, bit of hair.
Cream,
You understand?
rain.
yeah,
if your video,
you
if
need
the rain weren't in the
and you need to
video,
be stamping like with your chest out. Like.
the rain had to be in the video,
Yeah,
otherwise
yeah.
it didn't bang.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Crazy.
Who do you think is holding up for R&B as a like male artists now? Then like
Chris Brown.
Chris Brown. Is he the king of R&B in your opinion?
This current, well, don't know. I really like Brent as well.
Reason why I will. What did you say?
No, don't even do that.
No, don't do that.
Come out. I whispered. Come out.
Nah.
Do you know what
I
the
was
reason?
have to give it to Chris Brown. I'm a very big Chris
I don't know.
Brown.
Yeah. Like
So-
I'm the same, man. Like
I'm a fan of Chris Brown. I've always been a fan of Chris Brown, but he doesn't have a classic album for me.
see this. I hear what you're saying because I've come across that.
He's got
argument a lot.
bangers. He doesn't have a
He's got
classic
bangers,
album
yeah.
for me, and that's what throws me off a bit. He does not have a classic album.
But then again, you know what? This is going to be very controversial, as well, but nor does Beyonce.
Trying to get.
She's got bangers, but I do not think
She's not got like a whole album that is like from start to
I don't
finish.
think she's not got a Brandy Never Say Never.
Yeah, that's true actually.
She
That is
hasn't
true.
got that.
Okay.
She hasn't got that.
But do people refer to Beyonce like when they talk of Queen of R&B? Does
I
Beyonce
think
come into the
people-
front row?
No.
I think some people think
No,
she is.
I don't
But
think they
like,
refer to
do you
her
think
like
that's
She's not even in the conversation.
like? But the thing is, yeah, like people that consider a song like "Crazy in Love" to
Yeah.
be like an R&B banger as
Yeah.
such in the traditional R&B sense, I can't count their opinion if they say Beyonce is the queen of R&B because like for me, when you're thinking of like R&B artists and projects, you're talking like Monica,
Yes.
Brandy,
Yes.
Who else?
Mary J.
Yeah, Mary J. Do you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
Mary J, Keisha
and
Cole.
Keisha Cole.
about to say her
yeah,
name.
yeah.
About to
Like,
say her name.
Fantasia.
yeah.
They were crying and begging too. Don't understand? They was.
Toni Braxton.
Whoa, she was the one.
Yeah, she is.
She's up there.
Yeah.
She had a concert in London last year, and like bare of us went. And
Her
it
voice
was-
is amazing,
It was
though.
sick.
Her voice is
It was
amazing.
sick.
And even like I know obviously she passed before her time at Leo, like do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Golden.
100%.
Golden.
So I couldn't call Beyonce a queen of R&B on that argument of like body of work. But Chris Brown, I feel like at the moment, I mean obviously there's a lot of artists that are making R&B music, but as in terms of like an artist that's putting out consistent bangers after bangers, and
It's him.
stuff,
It's
Chris
him.
Brown,
Or
innit?
Drake.
I knew the
can be
name was
R&B.
coming.
Sorry, I feel like he's becoming more of an R&B artist every day.
Drake was done like 10 years ago.
But
He's king of R&B now.
He makes music for me, innit? And that's what it is. And then you were saying what earlier on, what we were saying before. He's the one who will speak about the feelings,
Yeah,
the
he'll talk
emotions.
about his
Yeah.
feelings
And
and he sings.
The worst
a
thing
lot.
about it is, a lot of women put a lot of brothers onto Drake, innit? They be like, oh, you want to listen to this guy. Then they hear the words, they're like, you know what? I'm going to listen to this guy secretly by myself.
It's true. Man didn't used to admit they like Drake.
of course
Now
not.
you can admit you like Drake, but the
I like
man
Drake.
Because he
I
come out
really
with a couple
likes
of
Drake from the mixtapes.
yeah,
like
that's what I like
2000.
Drake from.
Yeah,
that's
my
You know what I
Drake.
mean?
That's
Yeah.
my Drake as well.
like this.
Yeah, man
Yeah,
would
yeah.
not listen to it.
Yeah. That album, that
Before the
album
beard and
hard.
all of that, like,
Yeah.
yeah.
And now,
But he's smart because I think, you know, the internet, like, they used to like rip into him, innit? They used to call like Sweet Boy and all these memes and stuff. Then obviously the way that he kind of almost like rebranded himself, like I think the Meat Mill thing helped that as well, like, because people weren't expecting, it's literally, it was like you're getting bodied by a singing.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
thing, and then that kind of just switched it up.
that did really change,
Yeah,
help
yeah.
his image.
And
That
then
really
and then
did,
obviously
yeah.
he started like in the UK, I guess him reaching out to certain people like Skepta, Section Boys, and all that sort of
Yeah.
stuff. That kind of gave him.
But then again, it was
Street
the whole
cred.
concept of finding out Kanye had a ghostwriter as well. Do you understand? It just amps. Yeah, he had a ghostwriter. It just amps it up as well. And then when you think about it holistically, and you think a lot of people had ghostwriter. Dr. Dre had a ghostwriter.
But do you know what? Like,
It's
is
a
it
business, though.
like? Is it
Understand?
actually? Do you know what I used to think? Like, it's a bad thing. Like when they got a ghostwriter, they don't.
Puff
write.
Daddy had a ghostwriter.
But like,
Yeah,
Nas.
yeah.
but do you know, like when you go to the studio, yeah, like for me, so it's like when I go to the studio and we're having a session and we got the artists in, and sometimes like me and Eugene, for example, we might
you make it
write the
together.
lyrics, like,
Yeah.
and then so is when you say ghostwriter with all these people, is it someone's that's literally like maybe it's just one of those things where
like a contribution.
Yeah.
Okay,
contribution.
like prime example for see Dr. Dre's Still Dre, yeah, featuring
Yeah.
Snoop Dogg. Jay-Z
Yeah.
wrote that whole
Oh, yeah.
song.
Yeah,
innit?
yeah.
So it's one of those where like that's a ghostwriter. They wrote the whole song. When that's cool. Like you writ and I writ. Do you understand? We're making it together. Do you understand? So it's not really a ghostwriter. It's like we're just bouncing off ideas.
But then, alright, then so
Right
on that same token, yeah,
Yeah.
like Beyonce, yeah, Irreplaceable. Neo wrote that,
it's not a song.
but then would you still be like, oh, Beyonce has ghostwriters in the same way as looking down on her because you know that she's a songwriter as well, right?
Rap's different
Yeah,
to singing,
I think
ain't
I
it?
think
Rap's a
rap is
bit different to
different.
singing.
I
Do you
think
understand?
singing, you're just the voice, to be honest. A voice and personality, and somebody can just pump words into you. Because some of the best songs of all time, best singers of all time, didn't write their own songs.
Yes.
Whitney Houston, she's one of the most amazing singers of all time.
Yeah.
I will I don't think she's written any of those songs. I don't know. I just don't think she has, and I don't. Yeah.
And to add to that as well, most.
But with
people,
rapping, it's different because rapping is meant to come from a place of reality. Do you know what I mean? It's meant to be. But the thing is, rap has changed now anyway. Because now you don't even have to be from the ghetto or have to have gone prison or anything like that. Like now you can be a geek and become a rapper.
Yeah.
Like, it's,
just talk about the things you like and things that you experience.
Kanye changed that. I'd give that to Kanye because I think he came out and he was so preppy that things changed. Like he flipped the game. It was like, you don't have to be a gangster. You don't.
And then Childish Gambino came out. Then Chance the Rapper came after that. A lot of people came after that.
But then they're still rapping about their reality. Do you know what I mean? So I think that's why people don't respect ghostwriting in rap, because it's meant to come from a place of I'm talking about my life. This is my life experience. Or as a singer,
making you hear these notes. Or making you feel. I feel a certain way. Do you understand?
But a singer, you're not really looking for that street cred from a singer.
But then some people might connect with a song by an artist and believe that artist as a singer has made that song, and they can I can really resonate with this, and then they find out it was some next singer-songwriter. It's the same thing, and I get what you mean in terms of that.
Every day.
But then again, we see all the time, and we've seen it over the years. I won't say all of it, but like 50-50 when it comes to singers, they can't songwrite. I've met a lot of singers who cannot songwrite at all. That's why they do so many covers online, YouTube covers, because they can't actually write. Do you understand? And that's where the song, a ghostwriter comes in, do you understand? And does that for you. Because obviously, remember, people get signed for being songwriters. Do you understand? So it's like, okay, you're going to sign for a songwriter. Who am I writing for today? Do you understand? And that's where the money's at. Okay, who am I writing for today? I write for this, I write for that,
So the general consensus is that it's acceptable for a vocalist to have like someone write their stuff, but then a rapper, it needs to be
no. But I'm saying it's acceptable now. I don't really. I'm not bothered about who write the lyrics and all these things. Like I'm from a whole concept of if you really mean it, if you're really doing it, then you do it as lady was saying here. Like that's a lifestyle you've experienced. So therefore, if that's a lifestyle you experienced, then cool, I can relate to that. When you're singing me a song, you're trying to make me feel a way. Do you understand? When I listen to rap, I'm trying to hear the words. Trying to make me okay. Do you understand? When I hear songs, I'm like, oh, you're trying to make me feel something, feel a way. Yes, all them notes. Oh yeah, boom, boom, boom. Then you start feeling warm and stuff, and you're thinking, rah, this is making me feel nice. I might have to call my girl. Do you understand? Those kind of things.
I just don't think it should be that hard to write about your life experience. Like it happened to you. You do know that, right?
But
you
but
were
then
there.
I hear that, but see Dr. Dre still, this is a classic example.
Classic.
I feel like even when I think of the lyrics now, like Still Ducking Police and all of that sort of stuff, like that is his life, like that. You know, that's what he did. So so does that? Are you discrediting Dr. Dre because he had Jay-Z?
No. But then remember, he was never an artist anyway. So therefore, can't put it past him or Puff Daddy. Do you understand? Because
Ice Cube was doing this.
Do you understand? I can't put it past them. That's why I don't really care for it like that. Because remember, you didn't come out as a rapper to me. He was a producer. Do you understand? Same with Puff Daddy. You was the manager. You was doing this. You was doing that. If you want to write a few lyrics, you're gonna pay someone to write them lyrics because you want to try something new. Nothing wrong with that. Do you understand? Because you're in that field. Do you understand? If you don't try something new, you don't know what you're capable of doing. Do you understand? But no one can tell him, it's like that's why Drake was getting a stick. Oh, you're singing now? Why are you singing for? Because you want to try something new. Same with Pharrell.
Really
singing now.
Point. Like,
you want to try something new.
If it's not your forte, then I can see why you would probably bring on a ghostwriter. But if you grew up wanting to rap, and that's where you started, and you're from the streets, and if you've got a ghostwriter, sorry, I can't.
I can't take you seriously.
I got to disagree with you guys just because I feel like from the consumer's point of view, it's all about getting the best record possible.
You're back on this business, ain't you? You're back to business.
Music business.
No, like from a business point of view, if I'm the producer behind the record, I want the best record possible. And if we have to bring someone in because you can't write your bars or you're like salty and people are laughing at you while
that's Dr. Dre though. He made the beat.
Or maybe get someone to write your hooks. I understand that because some people are not hook writers. Do you know what I mean? But you should be able to do your own verses.
A lot of people can't write, so it is what it is. Get the specialists in, let them write your music for you. It's business. Like people don't need to know who put what in what record.
Of course not.
Who put the riff. Who did like? Look at Wizkid's album. I'm seeing certain things I like. I'm not seeing the credit on there. Well, we love the record. You know. At the end of the day, it's just how it makes you feel.
Talking on the Wizkid thing, one of my boys, James, he was like, Do you feel that he was asking me in Swoosh actually if we felt that the UK showed more love to Wizkid and his album than they did to Dizzy and Dizzy's album? What do you think?
Yeah, but the thing is, everybody has their time. I'm not saying that Dizzy's not. I mean, like Dizzy's a legend now.
Yeah.
He's untouchable. There's no going past that.
Yeah.
But like right now, Afrobeats is what it is.
Yeah.
That's what
That's
it
what I
is.
was saying earlier on. Like he's got the Wiz has the global now. Like he's got.
That's where
he's
it
got-
is.
It's the biggest genre in the world.
Yeah, the biggest genre. Yeah.
That's what,
Across
Biggest.
all nations, across everywhere.
and
It is
grime
what it
will
is,
always
so-
be grime.
Yeah.
Do you understand? And grime will always be grime coming from here.
Dizzy came hard though. He came.
But then,
I haven't heard it yet.
but then if like
Shit
It's
that
only
he
been
did
out
with
6
Smoke
days.
Boys,
Yeah,
well,
that's
they
true,
were
Smoke Boys,
Section
yeah,
Boys
yeah.
before. That song is the Justin Bieber song. That song is sick.
Yeah, even his track with
Yeah.
Skepta's hard as well, man.
Yeah, that song
And
is
There's
sick.
one
Yeah.
tune he's going back and forth with some guy. I can't remember the name of the guy, but they're just going back and forth flowing over the record. But the guy can match him for flows, and I was like, right, this is sick. This is the grime. This is the Dizzy.
And his new song with Chip and JME.
Yeah.
Fire.
Ignite.
Fire.
Fire.
Oh, but
Fire.
It's such a tune. Like,
Fire.
Alright, so if like just being like devil's advocate, like if Skepta and Dizzy like dropped albums on the same day, like do you feel that the UK, who do you think the UK would get behind more if they had to? Not to put them against each other, but like
I feel dizzy.
you feel they'll get behind
But at the
Dizzy
same
more?
time, if it was talking about numbers, people in America love Skepta. Do you understand? So therefore, it's like, does it really matter if it was that the case because he's still going to do numbers abroad?
Yeah.
Do you understand? Compared to here as well. So it doesn't really.
Skepta's more global now.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Dizzy was big in America at one time, but I don't know if that's now. Do you know what I mean? But Skepta's big everywhere. Like, he's actually a global star now. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know if you can put them up against each other.
Yeah.
I'm on my BLM shit, so yeah, I'm bringing no one down. Like if one person's dropping this week or they're dropping at the same time, we're all winning either
Yeah.
way.
Yeah, definitely.
And it's so good to have Dizzy back making
Yeah.
He's
authentic.
actually a
100%.
legend.
I love it.
Legend.
I love it.
Yeah.
You cannot test Dizzy. You can't. He's up there. He's like untouchable.
And his clarity as well on words as well, even though he's got a little cockney with it, as he says.
Because that's
Clarity.
you can still hear like,
clarity.
have a
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
know
it's
what I mean?
clarity on it.
Yeah.
He's just
solid.
a legend, man.
Yeah.
Clarity, very
Master
solid.
MC in it.
Yeah, very.
Yeah.
Him and Gets is in like when their clarity on crazy.
Yeah.
like they're
even like, do you know the IC3 track?
yeah.
Yeah.
Gets jeez, like he went in on
Yes,
that,
he's
man.
went in.
Yeah.
That is a big tune.
Who for you, like who's your top 3 like UK artists?
Artist.
Yeah, like
Oh, just
Oh, you
that's
best-
hard.
What in grime?
yeah,
What
let's-
in grime?
like grime slash because a lot of like Gets makes grime, but
Grime.
also they've kind of pivoted a
No,
little
but
bit.
I'd rather stay with grime than we do rap, and then we can
It's
do
too
that.
hard.
It
It's
is
too
too
I
hard.
can do grime.
Go
Go on,
on,
hit me up. Hit me up.
I'll give you my number one.
You know what he's gonna say? He's gonna
Go on.
troll.
He's
He's
gonna
gonna
say-
troll.
No, I'm gonna say it. Dot
gonna
run.
say Chip.
Dot run. See, look, you're all
No, that's a
all
good
thrown off.
No, that's
Everyone
a good
thrown
choice.
off.
That's a good choice.
I will respect that.
That's a good choice.
The reason why I would respect that because obviously the people I was gonna say in my top 5, is Wolf and Ice Kid. Do you understand? Like Ice Kid, they know touching Ice Kid when
Ice
he's
Kid,
ready, you know.
when-
See Ice Kid when he's ready, you know.
Whoa.
His breath, his point, everything
Yeah.
is
Difficult.
So it would be Gets, yeah, definitely up there. I'll have to put Chip up there too.
Yeah, you have to put Chip.
Wolf is up there for me as well. Ice Kid, Kano's up there.
Yeah.
Lioness. People forget about
Lioness,
Lioness.
you know, yeah.
She's
Don't
up
do
there.
that.
She's up there. She's up there.
Oh man,
Yeah.
grime, you know. But there's so much, man. There's so much when it comes to grime because there's so many pockets I like and there's so many things. Like Scorcher on grime's crazy. Only person I didn't feel like on grime set enough is Wretch.
Or like on the set.
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't think
But
like
he was always more like philosophical.
Yeah,
very intelligent.
yeah.
yeah.
But back then, no one wanted to hear that.
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah,
lying to you. I want to hear it now.
yeah,
No, back
yeah.
there. But for rap,
Yeah.
he's up there for me. He's in the top 5 for me.
Back then it was like, there's no introduction needed. yeah.
Yeah, schooling
Yeah.
genius, seniors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've got to put respect on P Money's name as well.
Yeah,
you got-
100%.
P Money
Leave
is
grime.
up there.
Let's just leave grime. Let's just leave
Yeah,
grime.
it's too difficult.
Yeah,
So
let's
I
leave
can't
grime.
do this.
We'll be here. We'll
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's just
Like,
leave grime because Devlin's fire, bro. Like, let's just
Yeah.
leave grime. Let's
I just chuck Devlin in there.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I have to.
Definitely,
I have to. He's
We'll
an
literally
animal.
be here forever. There's
Yeah.
too many. There's too
Oh
many.
man,
Damn.
can even throw Ed Sheeran. I'm gonna play with you guys.
Big H. President T.
Yeah.
We can go in manga. There's a lot of talent within grime that's not even
manga.
celebrated. Yeah.
Yeah. Roll deep.
Roll deep.
Roll deep.
Yeah. And he's still doing his thing as well.
Yeah, he still is.
Frisco as well, like he's doing his thing.
Frisco's
like,
cold.
Yeah.
Like his pocket's off the chain.
Yeah.
He even got novelist as well.
Novelist.
Even got novelist.
He sits
he's
apart.
sick.
Do you understand?
Yeah,
You
and
understand?
Novelist live performance. A lot of people can't test him live.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Have you ever seen Novelist live?
I've not seen him
Wow, wow. He can shut down any show basically.
Any show.
Any show.
Mad.
Sick.
Any show.
Sick.
Mad. That's mad, man.
I
Yeah.
wonder who's your ones to watch for the coming year.
You cancelled next year. Why are you asking
Yeah.
that?
I know.
cancel next year.
I cancelled the year, but we're gonna watch it from inside.
Nah. There's an R&B singer from East London called Aaron Anderson. Guys need to.
Aaron
Aaron
Anderson.
He's been on the
Yeah.
Represent playlist a few times.
Okay, yeah.
Sick.
But
Sick,
I'm not
He's
really
young,
biased.
but he's like he did like an advert for Foot Locker or something with notes. Yeah, sick.
Yeah.
Sick. Aaron Anderson,
Well,
R&B
man.
singer. I think 2021 will be his year.
Boy, there's a few on my list, innit? I'm
on.
probably biased, innit? Like I'm probably just biased. But I thought Black Lives Matter. I thought Black Lives Matter.
Pick one on the spot. You know.
No, I thought Black Lives Matters.
You're at the front line.
I'm saying me. Forget it.
Yeah.
I'm saying me.
If
yeah.
you don't say you like,
Yeah, if you don't say
someone
me,
else, you know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna say me because
I like
obviously
that
I was gonna say I was gonna say all their names, but obviously he said
man.
no. I said one. Me.
Can't shout all your bedrooms out.
I ain't know
I
about
like
that.
that energy. I like that energy.
Me.
You. I'm
Me.
feeling that. I'm feeling that.
What about you? Who you thinking?
Why did you start with you first?
Yeah.
You know what? My mind is blank right now, so I don't really know who I'm checking for. But you know what? Just send me music.
Straight up.
Straight
Straight
up.
up.
That's it.
That's the best
Worst thing about it, he's telling me
Getting
one,
music.
but he's allowed to say, just send me music. Why?
Yeah, send me music. I'm always playing like new artists. But this week, I did discover a lady called Thames just because I think she's on Wizkid's album.
Okay.
And I was so surprised, like I've never clocked onto her. You know, sometimes
from the
UK?
you're late. I don't even know where she's from, but she's got her own. She's got a record called Damage. That
Yeah.
I thought is sick.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get onto her.
that is gonna definitely be on my next show. And obviously she's on Wizkid's thing. Everyone that's cool seems to know about her. But I don't know.
but you
about
don't
her.
know. Yeah.
So mate, I'm not cool then.
Yeah. No, you're cool, man.
Yeah. For me, I'm gonna say the same, man. 633, like as a
That's it.
production duo, like
I respect that.
yeah.
Got to. You got to. You got
Hearing
to.
you guys getting played all over the gaff. One extra.
Yeah, I've seen it all over.
Yeah. Like I just kind of wish the clubs were open, man, because
Oh, that would be ringing.
Yeah,
It'd
that's
be
the
ringing.
thing.
yeah.
There's so
Be
many
ringing.
songs that would have really banged this shit if the clubs were open.
Yeah, don't worry, my list is coming.
Yeah, and they just
Jiggy Jiggy on deck is a number one.
What number? What, for 3 years from now?
No. I'm going to do a thread of all the tracks that didn't.
Okay.
Yeah, no,
that
seriously.
we got to miss.
No.
And I'm
No,
saying
Jiggy Jiggy
that,
on deck, yeah.
Jiggy
that
Jiggy
would
on
be-
deck,
one,
they're
yeah.
big.
Yeah. See, I broke
that northeast south thing, bro, in the club.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
all them songs that Digga
But he knew what he was
shit.
doing. He knew what he was doing.
Because you know me, like I'm not even like I'm like Jiggy. I like I'm not. I wouldn't call myself in the same way that I liked grime or like hip hop or R&B or whatever. I wouldn't say that I have the same passion for drill, but there are certain drill songs that I catch a
respect
vibe
that.
to. Like
I respect that.
so, like
I'm the
even
same,
like
bro. I'm respect
even
that.
like who's that? My man. Wait.
Yeah.
If that was in the wave, like
Yeah, I mean, I'm saying, woi.
yeah. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm
Like,
saying in the rap.
So would have banged.
Understand?
Yeah.
Only man not saying it. I've got like a hater. No, I'm not saying woi, cause
Yeah.
I'm dancing to it.
yeah.
Been at
Understand?
front of the wireless stage.
I think with every generation, there's gonna be music that doesn't connect.
Of course.
So, like for instance, like
It's got to grow on you.
Yeah,
It's got to
and
grow
not
on
just
you.
that. Like, I grew up. My parents are quite young, so the 90s were really their era. Like
Yeah,
my
yeah.
parents had me when they were like 19. So in my house, it was like SWV, Wu-Tang, like you know what I mean. Like I'm a
Total
90s
Escape.
child. You know what I mean?
All of that.
But I remember when grime came out. And my dad just didn't get it. Even though he's such a music connoisseur, he just didn't understand it. I had to borrow him My Boy in the Corner album.
Yeah.
I bought that album and he listened to it and he was like, okay, I can see it. So maybe this is drill for
Yeah.
you. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
So you had your prime was probably like T-Pain. I'm guessing.
He's not that old.
I mean, like, as a teenager, what were you listening to?
Well, I was listening to a lot of like you, I guess, like what my parents were listening to and stuff.
But I mean, is in your own first.
For my own, my own stuff. Like, for me, it was either if it was from the UK, it was old school garage.
Yeah.
And then I guess if we're talking stateside, I'd say even from before T-Pain, like who are we going to before T-Pain that was kind of doing? Because T-Pain to me was like what 2005.
Yeah, because that was like my prime. That's when I first started buying CDs, like when B2K came out.
Okay, yeah.
Pandemonium had
Yeah,
that
and
album.
like
But that was B2K was a bit before T-Pain.
so-
So B2K.
Had Mario as well, had that album as well.
I think the first CD that I bought at my own money was Sweet Like Chocolate.
Oh,
That's a classic, though.
Yeah.
That is
That's
a classic.
tune, yeah.
But yeah, I get what you're saying, like in terms of.
So then maybe that's what I'm trying to say. I feel like every generation will have a sound that they don't connect with. You had your prime. My parents' prime was SWV, Wu-Tang. They don't get Dizzy. So when it was Dizzy for us,
Should have gave them Kano.
Yeah.
Should have given them Home Sweet
They
Home.
wouldn't get it, do you know what I mean?
They would have
So
got that.
Maybe that's what it is for you, Drill. So when you have kids, it'll be the same for them. Maybe this will be their era. Something will come out and they'll be like, I don't get it.
They don't get it,
So the thing about drill is like I enjoy it in terms of like the fact that it's creating a generation with money. Do you know what I mean? I love that. I love the fact that we're now seeing what America saw. Do you know what I mean? When rap started in America and turned everybody into millionaires overnight, I really rate that. Do you know what I mean? That's what I love about drill. But one thing I'll say is that like it is a lot of violence, a lot. But I don't think music can be blamed for violence, or if that makes sense. I think people are just talking about their experience,
their lifestyle.
But sometimes when you listen to it in a row,
but there's an energy with it though. But it's an energy
it kind of
with
gets
it.
a bit like after a while, I just feel like this is all very violent.
I definitely wanted to go in that direction and say that in terms of connecting with it, I can understand why a lot of people might struggle to connect with it, but also it's been given a bad reputation.
From the jump.
It's true.
In the media, and a lot of the records that came out initially, they were very like what they were in terms in terms of the content. And it might be hard for me to connect with that now, but at the same time I wouldn't criticize it, because to quote George the Poet, he says like rap music is a broadcasting service, and these kids are just telling
exactly that's what I'm saying.
So when you look at it that way, it's no difference to watching the news sort of thing. So whether they're calling out their ops or whatever, but now we're even at the point where the records have improved so much.
They have,
and they're trying so many things in the records.
I just don't think you can blame music for violence.
No, of course not.
I don't think you can. Like even if I'm listening to it and that's what I can hear, I can't blame it. Do you know what I mean? Because people are just talking about their reality.
Their lifestyle.
That's all
and
it
that's
is.
the product. The music
and
is the product.
It's changing them. They're using this to become successful. They're using this to see that. That's the best thing. That's what I love about drill. I love the fact that overnight, I'm telling you, people are becoming millionaires overnight and changing the lives of people around them
certain
quickly.
artists are becoming global. I was like, look at Heady One. Like, you know,
you can't hate on that at all. If you want to hate on that, then you're not about BLM at all.
You best come correct.
The way that this music is changing people's lives, exactly. The way that this music is changing people's lives, you can't hate on that. That's a beautiful thing, man.
That's the thing. That's what I'm saying. So for me, it's like in terms of the whole connection thing, there are certain drill songs that, like especially the early stages of drill, that I was just like, it doesn't connect with me.
I was the same.
Like, and as a person that, you know, and obviously my taste is going to be different to the next person's taste, but like, as somebody who like when I connect with music, I really connect with it.
Music,
But like like what you said, like the sound has come along a lot, and then there are certain songs now that I'm like, actually, like, you know, like I'll
and they're sampling classics too. Sampling a lot of classic songs. I'm like, okay, all right.
And the producers have improved. They've learned.
Producers are phenomenal. And like even some of them are going over to America and coming back, and it's crazy.
And even the producers are even picking up to learn to make drill beats as well. Does that make sense? And improving that as well. Which is cool.
I feel like if I was a parent and my child was listening to drill, I wouldn't be that worried, if that makes sense, because I think it's up to the parent to show you what reality is and what isn't. Like growing up, I used to listen to Eminem, and Eminem's terrible. Like he used to talk about raping his own mum and stuff, like horrible things. But I knew it wasn't reality because my parents taught me that.
Listen to
100%.
So it's not their responsibility; it's your responsibility to teach your kids that this is entertainment.
Ultimately, as parents, you need to be the biggest influence to your kids, because that's what people like. See, like kids or whoever that go off the ropes or do whatever, it's because they've been influenced to do that, and that just means that particular influence had a bigger hold
influence than their parents.
Basically.
Yeah, I hear that.
100%.
Yeah, because I used to listen to like even it's Eminem, and then even when Obi Trice, when he dropped his album and stuff, there's a track on there he's got with Dr. Dre, and like the lyrics in there are foul, man. Like what they're talking about, and like I turned out alright, so
didn't turn out too bad.
Yeah.
My Eminem album got confiscated.
Is it?
Yeah, my uncle took it. Because my dad bought it for me.
And
my
LP.
uncle was like, look, I don't think you know what you bought. Like, you
When
need
it seems
to...
9 inch nails to each one of my eyelids.
I don't even care. It was lit.
The Shady LP.
It was lit.
Shady LP.
I never got into that stuff, not gonna lie. It's all 50 Cent. G Unit, Rough Riders.
I was fine with that.
No, it's not that I came after. Just
but I'm fine with that too. But okay, BML. Okay, I hear you.
I missed out the whole Eminem thing, so
I think it was just a shock factor. That's all it was. That's all it was, because he was talking about outlandish things.
Yeah.
Now it's not a big thing. Do you know what I mean? But back then, the fact he would rappers love their mum. Do you know what I mean?
But
this guy hated his mum.
Yeah.
Like that in itself, it was a shock tactic, and also he was white, and it was just. Do you know what it is? They were pushing him in the you couldn't miss it, sort of.
Yeah, Interscope knew what they were doing.
But they said bad news is good news. Do you understand? Like if you're always being showed in somewhere, do you understand? You're gonna get the views. You're gonna get looked at. Do you understand? So he was talking the wildest things to get seen.
And he's the only person that will get away with that.
Yeah.
It had to be him.
We know.
What I mean?
We know why.
Because there's no way
a
black rapper would have come out and talked like that.
And
become the biggest selling rapper of all time.
Yeah.
No way. Because Eminem is actually the biggest selling rapper of all time.
Still to this day.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mad.
Yeah.
It's mad, isn't it? Like,
but
like I feel like, with all respect, I feel like Eminem should just like leave it now. Like,
you know what? Yeah, someone said that to me the other day.
Is that you feel?
They were like, he's got a beard now. He should just leave it.
I just think like, do you know sometimes when there's an artist that you appreciate for that particular time? And
I get you. Yeah, I'm with you.
I feel like now if he. Like, okay, so like, let me give you
another. You don't feel like he's evolved?
No, like, I think he's probably evolved, but it's just like, so let me give you another example.
Okay.
So like, someone like Jay-Z,
I know I was going to come off the tongue. I was thinking about that
like,
too. Because I was like,
because Jay-Z, like, from his music from when he's younger to now, I can see the growth, and I can relate to that. And it's on a journey. Whereas I feel like if like the last few things I heard of Eminem, like something with Rihanna or something, and all these like Stone and Monster.
Yeah, well, he still gets his last album was number 1 in this country.
But he's got core followers though. Like
that's what I'm saying.
A good 20 years though.
I didn't understand it, but
that's a good 20
have a number
years.
1 album in the last year.
Yeah,
it's a good 20 years he's been out there, so he's got solid fans.
Yeah,
he's got solid fans.
I wasn't sure.
I don't have faith that I could enjoy an Eminem project now.
Busta Rhymes dropped, by the way, as well.
Yeah,
Wicked album.
I haven't listened to it yet, but I heard it's like 10-10.
I would interject with the Eminem situation, because when I was watching a podcast with him and Lil Wayne, because they said it themselves, they both Google each other's lyrics just in case they've said it each other again. And his concept is just to be the best rapper. How many words I can get off in a bar. Like him and Lil Wayne, that's what they do. Like, because I think Wayne's great, innit? But then I feel like he needs to slow down as well.
But do you know what? I almost
Lil Wayne had his time.
Yeah, I feel like he had his time. But then the album that he dropped most recently, I think was it last year.
Yeah.
Like there was a couple of tracks on there, and I was like, do you know what? Like, I can see what he's doing, and even there, he was talking about all these. Because if you look at this new gen of rappers, even like your Travis Scotts and I don't know, like Lil Uzi Vert and all of them lot, like they're
producers now though. They're producing their sounds as well, because Travis Scott's a producer as well.
Yeah.
So,
but as the sound, that being able to be that kind of rock star artist, it was Lil Wayne that birthed that.
Of course,
that is quite true.
Of course, you're right. And even to switch over from being a rapper to a rock star, do you understand? Playing an instrument, playing a guitar, going skateboarding, doing the most. Even though we saw,
that was more. I would give
Pharrell was skateboarding. Pharrell was doing the BMX, but then his thing's music, innit? Like no matter what, he's from hip hop, but then he would try something totally different, innit? Like when he's doing his stuff, you're gonna hear it all, because that whole Khalees first album was produced by him, the Neptunes. Yeah. Do you understand?
He was producing SWV. You know that that's him.
Yeah.
Saying that. I couldn't believe that when someone told me that. I was like, that's not him. They were like, that's him.
He's hard, man.
He's hard.
He's been from
CP,
way back.
He's hard. He's hard. He did the clips. He did the song with the clips and Birdman. What happened to that boy?
That was a tune.
Yeah.
What happened to that boy?
Even that was a Holla Bet Young Woo.
Come on.
Holla Bet Young Woo.
And even that song he did with all the strippers in it. What was that song again?
Lap Dance.
What, lap dance?
I think.
Yeah, because that was even like a rocky beat. That.
Come on, that was hard,
But I think sometimes you just have to admit, like some people, I feel like they've got the respect enough that they can keep releasing music. But at the same time, you just have to admit when your time was your time.
Yeah.
Like with Nelly, his time was his time.
Yeah.
With Lil Wayne, his time was his time.
But he was selling.
That's
Let
it.
me tell you, he went diamond on his first album, you know, bro. Like
DMX, his time was his time.
Yeah.
See him.
But a lot of these artists use that versus thing to kind of spring,
Yeah.
you know, like, and they.
It has worked.
Yeah. Some
Of course,
them,
yeah. Some of them got some streams now, innit? Like even Robbie
Anyone in
back.
particular?
Huh?
Anyone in particular? I've not even noticed.
What's it called? Even what's it called? Monica dropped a track after her verse.
Oh yeah, she was plugging
Yeah.
it the whole night, innit?
And I think Brandy's album
did
went
well.
number one
Yeah, it did
after
well.
the verses, yeah.
Snoop Dogg was always getting plays, but his
That
old shit's
album
getting
is
some
sick.
plays.
Do you need to listen
Yeah.
to it?
Yeah.
Snoop Dogg is who I want to be when I'm older. Like I look at him and I feel like he's having a really nice older life.
Yeah, just doing what he wants, innit?
Calm.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that's what I want for my old life. Just like, oh mate, I'm everybody's auntie,
Yeah.
and I'm just
He's like proper uncle, innit?
Yeah.
Even when he's dancing,
Everybody's uncle,
Yeah.
just smoking, having a good time, like
Having a great time, just seeing
that's what I
everyone.
want. No worries, your kids
No
are growing
worries.
up. That's what I want. He's like my ultimate goal. He's sick.
No, 100%. On that whole Pharrell thing, like, what like amazed me, is that like he went to school with Timbaland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah. Yeah.
and then the competition was must.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like.
Yeah.
But it's so funny because if you read Timbaland's book, he's got autobiography. It's really, really good. I would recommend you. But he says like Pharrell just got frustrated with him because Timbaland never worked that hard back in the day. Like Pharrell from a young age knew what he wanted to do, and he was always working.
Yeah.
And he just felt like Timbaland was a bit lazy.
Yeah.
So we kind of just left him. But then to see they both are so famous now.
Yeah.
It was just nice to read that in the book. Like
That's an interesting perspective, like, because when you look at them, do you feel like from the outside, do you feel you can see that like that Pharrell's work rate, for example, is of a more intensity than Timbaland?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I think so. I think so because of all the songs he's done and things he's been on. I'm not saying that Timbaland didn't, but he cultivated his sound with Aaliyah, Genuine, and Missy Elliott. Because Missy Elliott is the one who taught him about melodies. Do you understand? So she taught about melodies as well. She produces as well. When it came to Pharrell, he was producing everything. Do you understand? He was over here with Britney Spears. Did I'm a slave for you. He produced that song there. Do you understand? Like he was.
Always work with Gwen Stefani. And
He was everywhere.
Justin
where
Timberlake, Nelly Furtado. Oh no, I'm getting a mix up.
He was cultivating his sound with Genuine and them lot there, as well as he brought along Jodeci as well. Do you understand? So therefore he was just stuck in the R&B, which is fine. With Pharrell, he was just doing every sound, every sound possible.
I don't know if you can compare them though, because you have to think about it. Timbaland changed the sound of R&B 3 times.
Do you see
Like
it there?
a single
See it
guy.
there?
Yeah.
He actually changed the sound of R&B 3 times. Whenever Timbaland dropped something, then the whole sound of R&B changed for all the other producers. They were
Agreed.
trying to match up with
Agreed.
him. He did that with Aaliyah. He changed the game. Came with Justin, changed the game.
Don't forget Genuine in between them two.
Genuine
Yeah,
changed the
Genuine
game.
between
Even his
those
work
two.
with Nelly
Yeah.
Furtado,
Yeah.
that's even influenced pop.
It
And
did.
all of a sudden, all the pop.
Everyone wanted to do
That
that.
song's not
they
even
were
pop
doing
though.
that.
That song's
Yeah.
not even pop though. The first
So
one
I
he
just
did
think
with
they're just
Furtado.
not comparable. I think they're just different. Whereas like Pharrell, like you said, did everything and worked with everyone. I have to give it to Timbaland because I think he flipped a genre 3 times.
Do
You
you
know what I
think
mean?
he could flip a genre now?
100%.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think he can because
I
he's
will
doing a
put
lot
past
of
it.
work with like all these new kids like Young Thug and all this. So you never know what's coming. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's doing a lot. He's working with Justine Skye as well, who's another R&B singer
Yeah,
that is
Justine Skye's-
very slept on.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
she's sick, and like I think that project's gonna be the one to watch out for.
Question. Do you think that some of these old, shall I say, artists lose the source because they're not interacting with the young artists at the time? Or still interacting with certain as they come up? like Pusha T, he's prime example. He was with everyone, Young M.A. and all these things there. That's why we can still see him being relevant. To understand, I just said Eminem just needs to. They said he just needs to leave.
Well, this is the point I was gonna try and get onto when I was talking about the whole Dizzy thing and if he dropped something and if Skepta's did drop something, because I guess like I think to some extent there's some truth in what you're saying in terms of, you know, like staying relevant as an artist, being perceived to be bringing through people and stuff.
Yeah.
And I know some people might say that at one point Dizzy was on a certain trajectory and he didn't like, you know, bring anyone through at the time and stuff.
Okay.
And
I can agree why you say that.
Yeah,
that wasn't the case. So he was just doing him.
Yeah. Whereas like, you know, Skepta, and I guess because of the fact that his brother also doing music, his Way Better Know thing, and then also the fact that his sister was relevant in terms of broadcasting and stuff. Just by that nature, it meant that like he was still in touch with the culture, and so the culture would support him more. And that's kind of that's the observation I made. I just feel like Dizzy's project, as much as I think it's cold, I feel like the culture hasn't necessarily got behind it, and maybe it's not intentional. I just think that maybe they're just not as invested in it, and that might be down to, you know, I mean, Dizzy's collaborating with everyone at the moment, but there was a time when he wasn't. So
that too, because Skepta carried on collaborating with people as they were still coming up.
Like Octavian,
he got so much music.
Sick.
Slow Tie,
as
well. Do you understand? Like he was still doing features with people on the way, doing what he was doing. So that's why I say, do you think because they're not staying in touch that they're losing touch?
Possibly.
I think people did get behind it. Like,
okay,
obviously you got to find the booth with Charlie, like, and then obviously the Chip thing dropped. Like the activation for the album has actually been pretty good considering.
But don't you think he should have a Fire the Booth ages ago?
No.
Or one extra ages ago?
Not necessarily. Like everything's about timing, and when it came, it just made
that Fire in the Booth's hard. Though. That's hot. That Fire in the Booth's hard.
Everything he's done in the lead up to this album has made a lot of sense. Like he's done a lot of press stuff as well, so like you can understand that E3AF is about being African.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Like he's marketed it really, really well. So I can still remember all the things I've seen in the lead up to the campaign. In terms of it being like widely celebrated and stuff, you also have to remember we've consumed so much music recently.
You're right.
We've just taken in Hedy's album, which I've not listened to.
And then Nines' album literally was just before that. That was. I'm still playing that.
And D Block Europe came out at the same time as
Heady. They were number 1 and number 2 on the charts.
Most of these albums, like, man's forgotten about them.
That's the thing. We're not waiting that long for music now.
D Block's Europe, like there's had like, what was it, 20 something tracks on there. It was like a double thing basically, wasn't it?
It's just a lot of music.
A lot of music.
So do you know what, like, I'll come up with a little game on this podcast,
Cool.
Alright.
And like ordinarily I'd have like paper and a hat and I'd be like take a paper out of the hat, but because of COVID, whatever.
Just trying to do this the safe way. I'm feeling that.
I got you.
So basically, I've got like 2 artists in my mind, artist A and artist B. And you can choose who picks first, A or B, and then I'm gonna put my timer on, and for 60 seconds, you're gonna basically like talk about why this artist is more not successful, as a better artist than the other artist, basically. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Let me get my...
Makes sense?
Yeah. I'm just going to wait for it and then I'll get into it, kind of.
Okay.
So you're going to give me an artist?
No. You have to say A or B.
Yeah.
Okay.
And obviously, when the name of the artist comes up, you got to explain to it why you either like them or don't like them.
So basically, you're going to be aware of his artist.
Oh, and he's going to be aware.
Yeah, and you've got to be like, my artist is a better artist because of, and you've got to argue, even if you
for
don't
and against.
Even if you don't believe, you don't genuinely
you just
believe.
Have to.
Yeah.
Okay.
No capping though. Just
just keep it.
Keep it
real. Like
keep it real, man.
You go first.
A or B. This is A. This is B.
I'm gonna go with A.
A. Mariah Carey.
Oh,
who's B then?
One.
Beyonce.
Okay. All right. I got this. I got this.
So who do you think should go first?
Sandra.
Okay.
The time starts.
Ladies first, and
you're gonna be the judge.
Agree with that.
Who wins? All right.
It's gonna be difficult.
Time starts now.
Okay, I'm gonna go. Mariah Carey has one of the best voices of all time. She has one of those registers that like not a lot of people have. I can't remember, like Whistle Register, and it's only like her and another singer in the world that can do that register. If I am correct with my facts, I think the other person is Coco from SWV, and another person as well, but they do opera. So can't compete with that. She's one of the best-selling artists of all times. All her albums have gone to #1. This is difficult. It's easy, but it's difficult at the same time.
Because you're capping. A few things are capping.
She's sick.
Don't worry, I'm fact checking.
I'm good with the music facts.
No, I know you are,
she's one of the best-selling artists of all time. I feel like every single one of her albums have gone to #1. I think she's got like the most #1s, but somebody is catching up to her or something like that. I think she's in like the same class as like Elvis and the Beatles. I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Time. Jeez. All right.
Done with that cap, yeah?
Yeah, Gilly, you ready?
I'm ready.
Time starts now.
First of all, yeah, Beyonce, coming from a group and then carry on doing what she's meant to be doing as an artist. Not only coming out of Christmas, only have Christmas carols. That's Mariah Carey. So, do you understand? Ask her. She sings. She doesn't mime. That's Mariah Carey again. So obviously, great performance. Her shows are fabulous all the time, and every time she does a show, it beats the other one beforehand. And she's a smart businesswoman in regards to her Netflix show, do you understand, which she got dough for. Do you understand? Like, I feel like she's great artist in general. She's a great business lady. Her voice is everything, and she just knows where she wants to be in regards to music. And her voice, I don't know no whistle tone, but at the same time she can dance and sing at the same time. Do you know how hard it is dancing and singing at the same time? Ask Chris Brown. It's hard. Do you understand? So as far as I'm concerned, I need to say no more.
I think I won that, to be honest.
That's time. Swoosh.
You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna be very scientific about my answer and be like, Sandra did bring a lot of evidence.
I brought the facts.
The facts.
I thought it was a 4 and again.
He checks them.
It's you know, like when man used to write essays and that.
That one.
In conclusion.
Yeah, the evidence thing kind of like just made it mad, didn't it? Man just had to just like, you know what? Man. Like that.
You're not checking the performances? You're not checking the Christmas carols?
All I Want for Christmas, it goes #1 every year.
Yeah.
She gets a check
Christmas,
every year for like 500 grand.
That is wicked.
Every year.
Tell her do it live.
We know her voice is gone. It's gone.
Some people
That
just don't
whistle's
need
not
to do that
whistling.
though, boy. Do you know what I mean?
He's not whistling no more.
Yeah.
And she's out here securing the bag off God knows who.
Yeah, but what about this dancing and singing? Not putting that out there for now?
Oh no, but Mariah can dance kind of.
And sing at the same time?
Yeah, but her songs are slow, that's why.
Well, she can whine.
She only has to do a 2-step, do you know what I mean? That's
Do you want to do a 2-step all night, you two?
I would watch that.
You know, I've seen Mariah Carey, I went to a
Live,
concert.
yeah, she's quite good.
She's wicked.
Huh?
She's wicked.
It was a good concert.
Yeah, she was singing live when I went.
How many years ago
as well.
was this?
Like 2 years ago.
Yeah, I think it was like...
She hit the high notes?
She really did.
Okay, cool.
She really did.
Yeah.
Maybe she got this miming thing on point.
I've seen Beyonce as well, live.
Yeah?
Yeah, she's good.
Yeah, like...
Is it amazing?
Wait, let's before we get into this, let's find out who won because they're like.
No, you already said it.
I basically said it, yeah.
Already said evidence.
Obvious.
You weren't Googling them performances.
There was no competition. Like, I knew I won because I came with facts, not just, you know.
It was the whistle, all them cocoa things and
whistle.
things that man
There's only like 3
didn't
singers in the world that can get that whistle.
That's how happened. Okay.
I was sorry, man.
That's cool, man. Don't worry.
Sometimes you lose in life.
Yeah, Beyonce live is on another level. Like I saw her at Coachella, and I saw her when she come to London before. Like the energy.
I see her live like twice. She's really she is entertaining.
Oh, so you know what I was talking about.
Yeah.
So that's still is that facts?
Her sister's better, man. Like,
You think Solange is better?
Her albums are amazing.
all day.
Listen.
She's got, but her
See at the table.
The latest album wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be. I'm not going to lie.
No, See at the Table was great.
See at the Table was good, and then the next one I just.
But I feel like
up to the.
see this day and age now is like they are artistic artist, and she's an artistic artist when it comes to visuals, when it comes to her 100%. Sound, when it comes to making music, and that's what people are forgetting about. That people come as from an artistic perspective. That's why I listen to Childish Gambino a lot, because he's an artistic artist
or like,
and rapper.
Koji Radical.
Yes,
Koji,
yes,
visual,
artistic. Do you understand? Bad, crazy. So do you want to hear that?
Have you guys ever had a shocker when you've gone to see an artist live that you really like?
Yeah.
Because I went to see Solange and I passed out. On the first track. I'm so annoyed.
Did you?
Yeah.
That's cool, man.
I just remember the first song for
You passed out?
What were you doing before the show, man?
Were you that fan?
Yeah, I was finished.
Was you excited to see her?
Oh yeah, I was frass.
Yeah.
And it was hot, right?
Yeah, it was hot. And then as I'm getting closer and closer to the crowd, then eventually everything.
What did you do?
So you missed the whole
everything just snapped.
Did you get carried out? Like, did they?
No, but obviously, where now I've realised that I can't really pattern myself in the middle of the crowd. It's a straight boom taxi.
Yeah,
back,
I don't even. Do you know, like back in the day when you used to go to like shows or festivals, like,
and you're standing
or even when you're the uni rave or whatever, and you're jumping in the middle. I can't. That's not me anymore, man. Like, I'm on the side, like just you break your legs. I'm chilling, man.
I remember seeing R. Kelly live, bro.
You did.
I went to America like 3 years ago. This was before the documentary, but I didn't go to his concert specifically. It was like a festival, and my guy was like licking towels, licking people.
Was he sweating a lot though?
So I just was like, wow.
Like, what was that like? Because like obviously we were talking about this in the last episode about like cancel culture and stuff. Yeah, obviously, like, you know, society has deemed it appropriate to cancel him and stuff.
As you just turned when I said it's music, that she said about drill. Music is music. Can't wrong the music. You can't wrong the music.
So let me ask you a question.
Contradict yourself now. Don't contradict yourself now.
In the comfort of your own home, yeah.
No.
We're not listening to nonsense.
You know,
this is like, the thing is, we always knew that R. Kelly was a bit whatever. We always knew. All of us. Okay, a lot of us know, because he married Aaliyah when she was like 15, but we kind of just swept it under the rug. We let him do Ignition, we let him do all of that. So like, I went to LA like let's say 5 years ago, and it was like a soul concert, and like Brandy was there, Monica was there, like Pretty Ricky was like the best lineup in your life that you've ever seen. He was there just doing wild stuff, like crazy stuff that just lived up to all the things that people were saying. But I mean, as in like, as of recent, now that all the documentaries have come out and we really can see what's going on, like I think cancel culture is a bit dumb. But I think sometimes when you're messing with kids, then it's a bit of a, you got to it's like, just gotta just let that person go. Like, there's nothing you can do about that. But some people, it's a bit too far. Like, why?
What about MJ? Have you
but he's not here to defend himself, is he? So,
it's different. It's different. This will come out when he passed.
So if R. Kelly had on that, if R. Kelly was not here to defend himself, would then you have a different attitude towards R. Kelly?
Nah, because I think
you think the evidence
was there.
Yeah, it's too much.
Like, he married this girl when he was 27.
Yeah,
and she
it's too
was 14,
much.
15.
And that was way back then.
Yeah.
That's way back then.
I just don't understand how we just let that go.
The thing is, we were too young to even know though.
That wasn't even registering.
Yeah.
But the people the people around them, like,
they should have known better.
Let's bring it back to something more recent, and the thing that happened today, basically.
Oh yeah.
On social media. So obviously, the guys approached a child in her school uniform and whatnot.
He snatched her.
Yeah, he's. I'm saying he's approached because I even watched the video.
I saw it. He
snatched her, like,
snatched her from home and spun her around.
This is news to me,
bro. If I get on my Instagram, I'll show it to you.
Only video I saw is the girl basically crying, groveling, and saying that he tried to coerce her to do like some mad sexual act with him. After I just turned it off. I was like, what is it? Obviously at first I'm like, why is everyone getting angry? Like, why are you waking up and getting angry over something that's like obviously got nothing to do with me, innit? Yeah. And there's always something to get angry over on the internet. But obviously when I saw that, I was like, raw.
That's why we're angry.
Run. Send me the addy, bro.
Let's go over there right now, because the thing is, as a female, I'm telling you, life is crazy. I'm telling you. It's not easy.
As I said, I don't hate things. Easy. I don't hate nothing in this world apart from predators, pedophiles, and rapists. Do you understand? Like,
and people that eat your food.
Okay.
No, that's a big thing. You know,
I
when
agree
you're
with
really
you.
planning to eat something and then... No, it's true.
Food is my love
Food
language.
is like you plan to eat something all day, you come home, somebody ate it.
Okay, yeah. That vexes me. Like,
No,
Or
that gets me vexed. I won't hate you for it, but you best replace that. Do you understand? Because you knew that was
but do you
mine.
know what? Like, because even in like one of my flatmates, like this happened to me like a few weeks ago. I had to pull him up on it, like, because I come home.
Did he text you that he did it?
No. That's the thing. Like, I was like,
Nah,
because the thing is,
they're
like,
up there,
you know,
those
and do you know, it was just a banana, like, but I was on my way home from the gym or whatever.
Yeah, you need that.
And I was just like, okay, when I get in, I was actually looking forward to it, and I was like, boom, and it's not there. And I'm like, look, I don't mind you doing that thing, but just communicate. Like, tell me.
So I could have picked one
I
up
could
on
have
the
picked one on the way
way,
home, do you know what I'm saying?
doing the most.
Yeah. But yeah, if someone eats your food, like,
They're up there with
That's
Yeah,
all
all
right.
of them.
them rapists.
You was
But
quite
apart
nice
from
to him,
that-
man. You were quite nice to him.
His face is like, I would.
He sounds like you're quite nice.
No, I
I
was a lot worse in person than
Yeah,
what
in
I
the
said.
present moment time, but
Yeah.
explaining. The situation of today, yeah, whatever happens to him, happens to him. But at the same time, it's like, boy, it happens every day.
Yeah,
Do you understand?
It does.
It happens every day, and then it happens more when it's not the, contrast of the colour. But then when it ain't the contrast of the colour, it gets under the rug. Do you understand? Like,
But I was saying to you before, like that guy, yeah. Do you know, like, 'cause did you see the video?
Yeah, I saw it.
And like, do you know, there's like when the video is playing and there's a little print screen of the like someone took a screenshot and then you see his face.
Yeah.
From that video, yeah, I couldn't look at that face and be like, oh, that's such and such. You can't make it out.
Yeah.
So when like the blog started putting up this man's face, I was like, imagine if that's the
someone,
wrong guy.
you'll know.
It's not admissible.
Yeah, I think that's the thing because we don't know him.
Yeah, we
But if
don't
we
know.
that person. Like, if
Like,
it was
yeah, I
somebody
know
you
that
knew,
guy.
Yeah.
Like, I would be able to recognize that. Okay, yeah, God forbid, but that's Giovanni. Do you know what I mean?
Hey, listen, no.
Yeah, God forbid. God forbid.
God forbid, we're cutting this.
Yeah.
We're cutting this.
No,
from-
no,
I'll be able to see
If he was
it.
like
I think people
your
from
walk,
his
innit?
ends knew
Your
him,
walk.
I rebuke my
No.
Yeah.
If he was walking a certain way, oh, we know that shit.
Yeah.
Going
So
off-
people from
going-
his ends would know him. Yeah.
Going off what Giovanni said, now you enter territory where it's like someone could easily be identified as being that person and they're not that person. So at the time,
That's
I'm like,
mad, yeah.
So imagine if I like obviously I know people are gonna look for the future. I'm like, what?
Sorry, I didn't even laugh.
But I'm telling you, the issue is I'm confused.
Because imagine you had you had someone that really had it out for you or whatever.
Yeah, bro.
And then they were like, oh, that's.
Now I'm wearing a great
that's
tracksuit
Gilly.
and that's it for me.
Gilly.
Yeah, I'm
You know
done.
what I'm saying? And
done.
then from that, like, even if you're innocent, like, from the
Yeah.
time you're on Shade Bar and all these other places.
All them places
Yeah.
there.
There's
You're
no going back
guilty.
for you.
It's
You're
not
guilty.
guilty.
But it's like that guy who was eating that girl out on the stairs for New Year's.
Oh, what, Dominic Soler?
Yeah.
What?
Like every New Year's it comes
comes
around,
around,
yeah.
Yo,
Sometimes it is what it is.
he's a brand,
It
he's
is
a
what-
trade, he's
But
everything.
listen, like, I'm telling you now,
It
yeah.
is what it is. The internet
If I
can find
if I had the choice, yeah.
Hey.
Listen, if I had the choice
Every
to
year
wrongly be
comes
accused,
back.
if I had the choice to wrongly be accused, yeah, like to spend each year being called a nonce or each year being called a bocat,
Yeah.
I'm choosing
Bro,
the
I'm
bocat.
catching, bro.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
Hey,
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with
every
that.
time I'm
Nothing wrong with
wasted.
I'm looking in the camera. Nothing wrong with choosing the
Hey,
boat.
all I'm saying, yeah, is it's a slogan now. I'm trying to get Dominic Soler. I'm trying to get
The
wasted.
internet never forgets, and
Internet never
you'll
forget.
be found. That's
You know
the
what's
thing.
mad? That was like Dominic Soler was before the internet. Like the internet was bubbling up. Yeah. If that happened now, like it'd be mad. I feel like he should have done
Insane.
T-shirts and all
They
of
made
that.
a
He
meme
should-
out
he
of
should have
him.
covered
He was a meme.
It's just because it was so public
Yeah,
on
yeah.
the stairs.
On the
I
stairs.
don't-
Yeah, and his brother's like, yo, bro, you're outside. Like, I don't care.
And man was in his like good blazer.
Yeah,
and,
bro, that blazer was a
days.
bib for him.
yeah.
Wow.
A big, you know.
That was the best New Year's, boy.
And he was doing all
he was
of
yamming
this.
that Hennessy.
He was wiping his shit. He was doing all of this. Hey, that pose with the drink as well. Understand? They made a meme out of him.
I've definitely seen both of them since.
Have you?
Yeah,
I've seen them, yeah.
Yeah, well, I went to college with him.
Yeah, they're
So-
from East, isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah,
Yeah. So if you're from East, you know who they are.
Mm.
You see them all the time.
But
I know them now.
Yeah, but I haven't seen him. Like I haven't seen him in years. Like, yeah, I just.
You think he changed his name?
The last thing I saw was a video like of someone swim on the platform or something.
But that's
Yeah,
why-
that's the last that was fresh after. That's the last time I saw
Yeah.
him too. Was off that video when someone called him. You're the guy. That was it.
But like, yeah, he should definitely just like own it. You know,
You should have owned it. Yeah, I was
But back
clever.
then, though. But back then, like,
Yeah,
when
yamming
I
box was
yeah,
crazy.
When I was in college, I was like, don't do them things. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So Like
clap up season. You
Bear Man
understand?
used to say they don't do them things, but they
But
do
you
them
just
things.
you just gotta own it and say, you know, I was clapping some nans on stairs. You know, she was getting piles. You know.
They must have been on that powder because there's
Understand?
weed doesn't do that.
Drink doesn't do that for you. I don't
Drink doesn't
care.
do that. We
Drink had you sleeping.
They were on that powder. That's what they were on.
No, but the thing is, no one could stop him. That's what mind blew me. They were
because like that's what I'm saying. Like if that was like you or something,
Yeah.
I'd be like, yo,
I'm holding you.
Knock, knock.
Bro, I'm holding you like this, bro. Calm down. I want it. Well, take her home and do that.
They're on the stairs, like there's like 2 more flights, and you can go inside and do your thing. You know what I'm saying?
Boy, on the stairs.
I just can't believe we're talking about this, man.
You're the one who mentioned it.
No, I brought it up to be honest. Because I was
yeah.
just saying that the internet never forgets. Like the internet can find anybody. Like what that guy did today was disgusting.
Yeah.
And he's been found and he'll get dealt with.
Yeah.
The thing
You know,
is, if you're
sometimes-
really from the streets, you'll deal with him.
Yeah, definitely.
Don't talk all of that. I'm from the streets,
Yeah,
but you're
yeah.
killing you're killing the wrong people. Not
Yeah.
saying they should kill him, but you're killing the wrong people, getting at the wrong people. Now
Yeah,
they're
mash up
trying
the
to
dance.
do
Yeah, mash 'em up.
the same thing that when that Trayvon Martin guy got killed.
Oh, yeah.
That guy is just walking around the streets. You've got time to be doing gangbanging, but this guy still is on the
there.
streets.
Tapping him off, bro.
Like, do what you got to do. What you got to do.
But yeah, I'm involved. Like fully.
Not to be like the devil's advocate in that, but what if someone was to disagree with even doing anything
With what?
to him?
Oh, I guess they're law-abiding citizens then.
No, if that's my child, then no.
That's I guess
you got
when,
what
what I don't
it's
know.
when it's your child or when it's
It's
your
different,
cousin and your
innit?
sister
It's
or your...
different.
Nah, mate.
I think obviously in the heat of the moment you're gonna put hands on that person, but it's like going outside of the law to deal.
I hear that. Like,
Have you ever been outside the law?
No. Do you know what I hear
Never.
that?
Law boy.
Because for me,
He's
for me,
like,
like,
never.
I guess because like I said, I'm disgusted and I'm revolted by it a bit, but because I'm in some sense removed from it because it's not anyone I care about.
Exactly.
I can sit here and be like, you know what? Let the justice system deal with him and stuff like that. You know, like.
Yeah, I'm with that.
You know what I'm saying? But then when it's someone like if I had a daughter, and,
Exactly.
you know, then
If it's your sister,
yeah,
your
it's-
cousin,
it's-
your...
it's-
then you don't know how you're gonna react in that moment. Do you know what I mean?
Especially
Like,
when you're letting your child go out to school by themselves and all those things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next minute now that happens to them. Why?
has to be
Here
done.
we won't know, but if we reach the point where in society we're now having vigilante social media activism sort of thing going on, where all the blogs to say, yeah, today we're catching this person. Where is it gonna stop?
Boy, you
Because
should have
we've
thought
started with
about
this
that
guy.
before.
Boy.
What's next?
Well, technically,
Disgustingness.
technically, it kind of started. See when they see that guy who goes out catching paedophiles, they kind of do it already, right?
and they don't arrest
Yeah.
them. They wait for the police to come.
Yeah, so obviously they act like the girl, start messaging and they message back and forth. They're telling them meet up. When they meet up, it's a big guy saying, "No, we're calling police for you, mate." You understand? And they hold them, and next minute, now the man they get arrested.
It's, you know what? We've entered.
You know, in certain countries,
go
certain
on.
countries, that is seen as a mental illness,
Yeah,
and is it Greece or something like that? Where is
something
it?
like that. It's like those you shouldn't be doing things because he's not well upstairs. But that's what they're trying to say now. The man's not well.
There's
and
a
all
lot of
these
them
things
though, like paedophile rings and all of these
Yeah.
these things, but obviously it's not advertised and stuff. But
I don't know.
Foul.
I'm from East London, so sorry. Chat shit, get banged.
Jeez.
jeez,
Now I just don't understand when we became this soft generation, this generation of
Soft.
look, we can talk.
Like PC
no,
sort of-
when I was
yeah,
growing
yeah.
up, chat shit, get banged. If you did
Soft.
something wrong, you
No,
get
she's
banged.
right.
That's why
That's
people
what it was
are
like
running
with
their
growing
mouth.
up.
That's
Yeah.
why people think they can run their mouths now and get away with things, and we're all so softy.
Do you know what it is? 'Cause
pushing
no
things.
one's getting-
Keyboard generation, isn't
They're
it?
not getting happy
no,
slapped.
sorry.
They're not getting happy slapped. They're not getting happy
I
slapped.
don't know,
Trust me.
I don't
Release
that,
the
sorry.
peace. Yeah.
Chat shit,
we
get
might
banged.
have to sample that I'm from East London bit.
I'm from East London. Sorry, chat shit, get banged.
That's right.
That's what it is because people have got too brave these days.
Yeah, I'm from West, boy. We just want to get this money, bro. I'm not gonna lie, like, get this money.
That Nina.
Yeah,
You
boy.
can't get away with them things. When I was young, there was things you could not get away with.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Couldn't.
But even then,
You could you know, like even like saying, "Oh, your mum," like.
no, you can't get away with those things either. What do you mean? Yeah, what do you
like-
mean? I was only joking. Oh, I didn't even know.
Sorry.
Or those on your mum smell like flowers, but that's after you planted them. Do you understand?
yeah.
But then even when someone's talking to you, like talking to strangers, or someone trying to sweep you, it's like you're fighting, like you're getting wild. Do you understand?
Yeah,
You're getting wild, and
I think we live in like everyone's camera phone, CCTV. People, you know, like
generations mollycoddled. Like I feel like it's cotton wool been around. Like as you said, it's your
people
parents
are just getting away with too
to tell
much,
them
honestly.
this is reality and this is what this is what's on TV. This is propaganda, and they're not having a conversation because they got access to the phones, innit? So it's like, oh, this might be real. This ain't real. Oh, this can never happen to me. No, this can happen to any one of you, any time and any moment. Oh, people don't get kidnapped in London. You just saw it. They do. Stay on your wits. Do you understand? Stay on your wits. She got kidnapped for a bit, and if that was the case, we don't know how long she would have been missing for. Do you understand?
Could have killed her. We don't know what he had in that.
There you go.
And you know, another thing that came out of this conversation is that people was like, yo, the man them were having girlfriends that are like 15, 16 in school.
We had that conversation.
Like
we had that conversation, yeah.
Obviously, I've seen people talking about it, but I'm completely oblivious to it because I've never had a compressor. I've never pulled up.
Of course, I never had a Corsa either.
Like, I wasn't pulling up on no college kids when I was 20 or whatever, but I don't know, like, you might have more of an insight.
No, but like, I know when I was in school, like, there were, like when I was in, like, year 10 or whatever, I know that there were girls that were going out with guys that were older.
Yeah, I was one of them.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Not gonna lie to you.
Was they driving?
Yeah.
We were just talking about it earlier.
Compressor.
When you're young,
But I don't get it though, because like for me, when I'm like,
but it's only when you get older you realise how kind of messed up it is.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But when you were younger, you just.
But me as a man, like when I'm 18, 19, 20, 20, like I can't go into
it doesn't even register. Even when they ask me how old are you? Nah, I'm too old for you.
There's something wrong with guys like that. Do you know what I mean? They have to chirp girls that age because nobody their age is taking them seriously. They can't hold a conversation. They don't want anybody to talk back to them. They want somebody that's impressionable. They want somebody that they can mold and that they can control, and that's why they're doing that. So it's the problem with them. Do you know what I mean? When I was 16, I was going out with a guy that was 27. And then when my dad found out, the guy disappeared. I'm not saying something happened to him, but I'm just saying, like, my dad warned him.
Sounds like
my dad warned him. That's what I'm saying. I come from a generation, chat shit, get banged. My dad, do you think my dad just sat back and no? 27. You have to deal with people. Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
27.
And he dealt with him, and the guy disappeared.
But looking back at it now, what would you say that? I guess like obviously now you know that maybe that situation wasn't right, sort of thing. So what do you think is like the learning difference or the gap?
I think when you're younger, like there's a time in your life for a girl, I would say as a girl, where you feel someone can get you in a moment where you feel like you're maybe not good enough, or you're going through your growing pains, and these guys, they know that. That's what I'm trying to say. They look for that age where you are. Where you're forming your own ideas, you're forming your tastes. For the first time in your life, you're allowed to go out. You've got responsibility for yourself. You're buying your own clothes. That's the most impressionable age where you're molding yourself. You're turning into a woman. Do you know what I mean? You don't learn a lot of things until much later. Do you know what I mean? In your 20s, you really learn. But those are the years where you're progressing and you're finding out who you are initially. Yeah, they prey on that. So that's what I'm trying to say. Like, when you're that age, you don't think it's wrong. It's somebody showing you attention, someone buying you things. Someone's got... Not all these boys in your school don't have anything. This guy's got everything. Like...
You're snotty nose mark.
Yeah, you're like, look at this guy. You're like, you ain't got a car. You ain't got this. You ain't got that. It's a lot of girls. It wasn't just...
grades.
It wasn't just...
I got good grades.
It's a lot of girls all over the world. You go to Ghana, it's the same thing. You go to America, it's the same thing. You go to France, it's the same thing. But these guys, they're predators. They look for you in that age where they can mold you. Those are the times where you're learning, like, how you're going to let people speak to you. How you're going to let people... treat you.
Yeah.
If they get you at that age, it's bad. Like, it's bad. It's really, really bad.
Do you think there's anything like preventative that we can do for the young people growing up now? Or is there anything we can do I don't even know the word.
Retrospectively.
Retrospectively, thank you. For the guys that did it but got away, but they're out here like...
That breeds a lot of insecurity in women, don't it?
Yeah, it's bad.
Because you might go into a space and you might see the person that did that back then, and you'd be like, "Raw, this person got away with it," sort of thing. Because a lot of that's going on as well. Like, these people are still on the timeline, they're still in conversation, they're still in our social media space.
It's absolutely, it's disgusting.
So, What we doing? Like we're calling them out directly.
I'm calling them out now.
I'm not on those internet vigilante things, but I think it has a lot to do with, like, I want to say even parents, because I'm very close to my dad and I've always been close to him. So I think even at that time, I think if I brought it up again, he probably would remember it. It's something we haven't talked about for a long time. But he stepped in and he did what he had to do, and I think he was disappointed because he was like, I've really shown you what you should like be doing. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm living in your house. I'm here every day. I took you on your first date. I showed you this and that and that. I have that sort of dad. Do you know what I mean? Okay. So I think he was a bit disappointed, but I think it starts, especially in schools, and it starts in home, because I think a lot of times in schools when they do this sex education, it's all biological. Yeah. It's all about periods and this and that and that, but I think they need to throw in the emotional side and talk to you about these emotional things and let you know that at this age you might be feeling like this, you might be feeling like that, but there's somebody watching that, and there's somebody that is going to wants to take advantage of that, because a girl that's 20 is not going to listen when he tells her to shut up. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, she's going to carry on chatting.
She's going to carry on chatting.
Yeah,
so it's all about education, and sometimes it's, your parents can't even do anything. You could have the best parents in the world. When you're out and you're at school for most of the day, or you're with your friends for the most of the day, and these guys are your parents are at work, and these guys are pulling up to your school in cars. You'll be surprised how much parents can miss. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And if your mum does a night shift,
they're there every day.
It's so easy. Yeah, it is.
I have parents that to this day they're in my life every day. Do you know what I mean? But they still miss things. I think it's the school's responsibility to watch out for who's pulling up outside the gates, to teach you in class that, you know, about consent as well. I think a lot of guys don't get taught about what's consensual and what, it's all biological. It's all like they give you a banana, tell you to put the condom on it, and that's the end of that. Do you know what I mean?
That could be my new job.
I got a question. Okay, now that we're speaking about that, from a perspective, situation, about to have intercourse, and obviously now she says no. It's all right, cool. Like, let's just put the tip in. Hold on, is that on the same board as, or is it? Because I've heard pure conversations about that. Do you understand? Let me just put the tip in. Come on, I'm not ready. Oh yeah, woo.
I don't know, like from a.
Understand?
I don't know, from a guy's perspective. Obviously, if a woman says no, she says no. It's like, that's it.
Just got to keep it moving.
Yeah, you keep it moving. You don't have to be.
But then I've been in them conversations as well where, like, there's certain women that are trying to say, no, I want him to be, you know, like, I want him to, you know, he wants me in it. So if I say no, I want him to, like, you know, come on, babe, like, yeah.
But like, no, do you know what? Like, I agree. Like, if a woman says no, then it's no.
No.
But like, do you know, there's certain times like when you know, when two people, whether they're in a relationship or not, and you know, one person might be more on it than the other, and then like it's same for a female. A female might, you know, try and, you know, be like, oh, come on, baby. You know, like. So I think there's a line in it. There's a line, but you know,
it is a thin one though. It is a very thin one.
I think in the moment, you know. That's what I think it is. I think a lot of guys, they do know, and they just the blood is all gone down there. They're just they're just.
Come on, please,
get
man.
A bit frazzled, but I think you know if somebody says.
No, it's no.
You know.
You hear it in their tone as well.
So
no.
Just keep it moving. Just to be safe. It's better to be safe than
sorry.
Just keep it moving.
I don't mind. You can call all your friends. I'm frigid. I'm all of that. And above.
And just because you didn't hit today doesn't mean you can't hit tomorrow.
Trust me.
But then,
but
then again, he's right. But then again,
you live to hit another day. It's better to live to hit again than live to go to jail.
With that one. But then again, it's like, you might not even hit that one again because, like, he was frigid. Or, like, no, she told me no. Do you understand? Like, the conversation still arises. Do you understand? Like, when you better say, right, what happened with my girl? What happened with my man? Well, you know, we was in a situation. I told him no, and he stopped. He just stopped. So he just stopped. Yeah, stop.
But then to some men might be like, oh, allow this. But then to some men, they might be like, actually, do you know what?
Yeah.
This girl didn't give it out. Let me try and.
Yeah, let me try again.
No, but not even necessarily just try and. Just
not that present moment in time.
Yeah, but like.
No, I mean like that. Yeah.
But do you know, sometimes some like, and I have this discussion with guys and stuff, like, some men, they, you know, like when they're getting to know a girl and stuff, like, some men don't like it when the girl gives it up straight away, and some men it doesn't faze them. That doesn't have an impact onto whether or not they end up, you know, trying to get into a relationship with that person, for example. But like some men might, see the girl.
Yeah, I've come across that. She's too easy and all things. But how it's not just comfortability? Like it's two different things. But like, if we're talking about this, I think we all do it to ourselves when we meet people. Anyway, we all create a placebo for a person to jump into, because from the whole concept, we all talk about the same thing, our past and our pain, innit? Do you understand? It's like blackjack. You play a card, I play a card. And subconsciously, I'm ticking boxes. Prime example, if you was in a domestic relationship, and next minute now you're speaking to someone about it, they'll tell you about a situation when they handled the situation when it weren't going on. And they're ticking boxes. And then when you get in a situation, he or she punches the wall, that's going to blow your mind, because you're like, you said you weren't violent. You said you weren't violent before. But that's their characteristics coming true. They stop playing a role. So when I tell people, if you want to get to know someone, tell them where you're trying to be. And if they want to get to know you, they'll spend time with you. Yeah. And if something happens there and then, like you threw the remote or something, you can ask them, oh, why did you do that? Or her, why did you do that? I've got anger management problems, or rah. No matter how old you are, we're humans, innit? We still go through what our trials and tribulations. So it's one of those things where if you turn around and say, okay, I've got anger management, it's for you to try and say, I can either help him or her, or do you know what, this ain't for me. Do you understand? There and then. But we all do it to ourselves. We create a placebo and a character in our head for a person to jump into. Yeah. Like, I live by 3 rules, innit? I don't go for wants or needs, I go for what's deserving of me, innit? And that's it. I don't get mad at people. I don't get mad at people because, one, they're only mad at me because I'm not doing what they want. I'm not doing what they would like me to do. And they believe I didn't have no compassion, no consideration, no empathy, or no understanding for the decision I made for them. But I just did for myself, though. Because if you were thinking about me, you wouldn't even think about this right now. Do you understand? I don't go past my frees, innit? Like, and when dealing with people, it's a pinch of salt. Like, I don't judge. I don't expect. I accept everything. But this generation's got opinion and judgment mixed up, like misconstrued. It's like, oh, I don't like his trainers, but that's just my opinion. No, he didn't ask you. Do you understand? He didn't turn around and ask you. You go off that, and that's what people do, innit? And that bugs me a lot. However, I treat everyone as human beings. There's no titles with me. Everyone's a human being. Like, even down to my mum, my dad, my family, and all these things there. Everyone's a human being. Because one, everyone believes what they're doing is right. No ifs and no buts about it. Every human will do what's right for them, regardless who's involved. No one can tell me no. And at the top of everyone's pyramid, it's you, it's me, it's you. Do you understand? So you can't be mad at that. Do you understand? So just everything's a pinch of salt.
No, I hear that.
Yeah. And that's how I live my life, innit? Yeah. First time's a mistake, second time I understand, the first time's a mistake, third time you're doing this on purpose. Yeah. Don't go past your freeze. People are taking liberties.
Yeah. But going back to what you said, Giovanni, like how you were saying, like you've got some friends that if they sleep with a girl straight away, it's kind of a write-off. But other people, if they sleep with someone straight away, it's not a big deal. But you have to realise in this, and I think this is where a lot of people get themselves hurt. Like, one person's trash is another person's treasure.
100%.
That's fact. Yeah. Like, and I think as well, people don't realise as well, like, even as women, we can do that as well. Do you know what I mean? Like, even as women. So some men, they put women into categories. You can either be your wifey on this side, or you're just a quick whatever on this side. Same way women can also do that. You can have guys that you hit. You can have guys that you actually are looking for something
great guy
specifically with them. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But I think what people need to do is not take it so seriously, because what one person doesn't like, or what one person may judge you as or throw you away as, somebody else won't do that to you. No. And then you'll be fine in life. Because I know some people that have had sex with somebody on the first night and now they're married.
Yeah.
And this is it. And I know somebody that's a write-off for them. They just, if a girl sleeps with them in the first week, it's just a no. Or like a first month, it's just a no. Do you know what I mean?
Basically, you got to, like, in life, like, you've got to just do what you feel, what makes you happy, what you feel comfortable with.
There's someone out there for everyone. It's not that deep. Like,
I think that's a good place to close it. Like, there's someone out there for everyone. Yeah, there's something out there
for any and everyone.
Any taste. Anything. I mean, any type of moral set.
100%, man.
So always choose abstinence. I said always choose abstinence.
100%. I do that. Me too.
Sandra and Gilly, it's been a pleasure having you.
Thank you for having me. Man. Like, you know, cool away, innit?
Yeah, I enjoyed my time here.
I did as well.
Yeah, why didn't you just tell the people, like, where they can, like, get you and
why do you always point at me first? Do you know what I mean? I'm pointing at you first. Nah, I'm pointing at you first now.
Okay, Instagram's at Gilly _Hella. That's it. Twitter's at Gilly Hella. My number's 07 number in play.
I was like, what? Write that down. And yeah, I'm DJ Sandra Murray. You can find me on all platforms just at DJ Sandra Murray. And yeah, we're going into lockdown. Maybe I might be doing some lives. We'll see.
Jeez.
You never know. You never know.
Sick.
Can't wait.
And then Gilly, why don't you? Obviously, you make music. You're an artist.
Yes.
So give us, because what we do on our podcast at the end of the podcast, we put the audio for one of the tracks. So give us a track that we can let people hear.
A track? I'll just give you the EP. Just
Jeez.
Spotify
I like
Mint
that
in
energy,
it. Just Spotify Mint in it is part of an EP trilogy. It's the first installment. Obviously, my mixtape is coming out, which Giovanni's heard, but obviously,
I wanna hear
Very cold.
I can't let. I got part 1 and part 2, but apart from that, I got so much music I'm sitting on. But it's just check out Mint, Gilly Hella. Google me, I'll pop up, and it will pop up.
Sweet.
Love that energy.
Cool.
Is that it? Yeah.
Yeah, man, that's it. It's a wrap.
Cheerio.
Cheers.
Yeah, thank you. Yay.
Thank you.